Welcome back, Communication Man here. Question for you. This is a really fascinating question. Why is pain the ultimate secret to your success, our success, everyone's success? So this is a question you're probably not going to hear today, this week, this month. Probably have never heard it. And if you have, a very gray version of it, but this is going to be black and white, real clear and easy to understand. So if you like strategies for life and communication tips and hacks, subscribe to my channel and I'm going to help give you content to help you become more capable. So I have something that I put here and it says stop hiding. What does stop hiding mean? Well, I'm going to explain that in this short video. So question for you is, why do you think pain is the ultimate secret to success? Now you might think, what's he talking about? Has this guy gone mad? Pain? That's not success. I don't want that. I'm going to explain, and hopefully this will blow your mind and help reframe the idea of pain in your mind and understand why there's a picture of a door right now and what that door represents. All right, so a cool quote to start this off is, learn to embrace struggle as an art to be mastered, not something to be avoided. So Stephen Snyder wrote that in his book, Leadership and the Art of Struggle. So what you can take away from this video is to rethink your relationship with pain. All right? Why? Why do you think that? Now I'm going to tell you why. Number one, all great things hide behind pain. Everything. So think of pain as the doorkeeper. That's why I put that picture of the door there. Pain is the bodyguard. It's the bouncer that keeps you from getting inside the club. And inside the club can be anything you want. All right? Whatever your hopes and dreams are, pain is the gatekeeper. So if you don't give pain what it wants, which is you to embrace pain and to do whatever the painful task is, you don't get to go through the door. So think about everything that most people on earth find attractive, whether it's a sexy body, healthy physique, a kind temperament, someone who's a sweet, disposition, good personality, financial success, financial independence, strength, wealth. That gives you what? Choices. Choices to do what? To express yourself, buy better clothes that match more the personality, the person you want to project. You can't do that if you don't have money to do that, correct? So even if you have the money, if you don't have the discipline for the body, you can't get the health to fit in the clothes you like, right? The ones you really want, or at least you can fit in them, but you don't look the same, right? So think about this. The bouncer that I was talking about only accepts one form of payment, and that's the painful task of whatever the thing is. So if you want to be, you see this is like a younger picture of Brad Pitt when he was in his prime health-wise, right? He's got this healthy, lean six-pack. And if you look, there's pictures on the left, and they're showing you the price of payment, which is the struggle, the inertia. The difficult process is what you pay. And another picture I put there, if you're listening to this, there's a lady looking at hot dogs, cakes, chips, hamburgers, delicious junk food, basically, on her right. And then on the left, there's this pile of fruit, healthy food, right? So there is a pain for eating healthy. Now, someone might say, no, I like eating healthy. I like the taste of apples and fresh fruit and all that. Wonderful. But what I mean by pain is if you're a normal human being and sometimes you feel like eating cheesecake, but instead you choose an apple. Okay, if you eat the cheesecake, it's going to give you the instant pleasure and a lot of calories. And if you do that often enough and combine that with other poor habits, you're just going to be overweight and you're going to have clogged arteries and probably die a very soon, premature death. Okay, but you can also choose the pain of not having that pleasure in that moment and just eating the apple. Or maybe you just take like half the cheesecake, right? Or the slice, or a couple bites or something, and then you pair that with the apple. So there's going to be a little pain though if your body says, but I want to eat the whole thing. Okay, but you decide, if I want the Brad Pitt body or the swimsuit model, whatever that physique is to you that's desirable, or just for you might not even care about looking perfect, but you just want to feel better. You want to have an improved bloodstream. You want your heart to work the way it's supposed to, your mental faculties to be on cue. Well, then you still need to eat to give your body the best advantage it can to get those things, right? Those goals. So the pain is the gatekeeper. It's what's going to keep you from getting that healthy body. So I didn't really understand this until I just had a realization of this. I mean, it really a deep one. And that's why I thought, I should create this video, because there's got to be out there people who are wondering, what's the secret to success? And I think when people say, I want to do something that's my calling or whatever, of course you want to do something you're passionate about. But I think what they're really secretly hoping is that there's something they can do that they don't really feel there's any pain, and they're just going to get everything they want from this, okay? And I think most people go through that and they're miserable because they don't understand it will never exist. Now, of course, you can have a calling and something you enjoy, but even something you enjoy is going to have some aspect of it that's like painful, whether it's the study or the focus or the discipline or putting yourself out there, the risk of getting rejected or embarrassed or whatever the case may be. There's going to be some payment of pain. So I put like under here on the right, there's a picture of Brad Pitt looking good. There's this girl looks like a sweet personality. You can't tell it from a picture, but from the gauge of it, it looks like a nice disposition. And then there's someone being kind to their child or something. And then there's a guy like pulling his shirt open with like all these gold coins. Just looks like he's rich, right? So I put that on the right, and then I put the contrast on the left of all the pain that you have to do to acquire those things. So you have the lady deciding, do I want to eat this junk food on my right or the healthy food on the left? Okay, so there's the pain in the sense that you eat the right food, and yes, you enjoy it, and you're happy you did, and that feels good. But there's kind of that loss of like, man, I really didn't get that high I wanted from eating the food that gives me all the endorphins. But you also, to get closer to what you want. So it's like that's the price you pay for is like that little struggle. So if you want that healthy body, a lot of people like to show the pictures of someone looking amazing on the beach, but they don't show the 10,000 days it took of them eating good, having the pain of like not eating exactly what they want, like maybe just tons of junk food, and the pleasure of, or I should say the pain of like going to the exercise when they would rather just go home and watch Netflix, but they chose to go watch Netflix at the gym or just work out and listen to music. And yes, they're happy to do that, right? There's a part of that does feel good, but in general, there is a pain associated with that. So when we see someone and we admire them and we go, wow, look at their body, it's amazing. What you're really admiring is look at how well they can deal with pain. They can deal with pain where they can give up a lot of junk food and they can eat healthy and focus and work out a lot, right? So another thing is, if you want the financial success, a lot of people like to say, oh, I want to be rich, and then they like to hate people that are rich at the same time. So it's kind of funny. It's a big contraindication. But my point is, think about this. If you want to be successful, whatever that means financially for you, okay, that could mean you just don't have debt and you have enough savings where if something happened, you could take care of you and your family, okay? So even if that's the case, all right, there's going to be, if you really want to get enough money where you're not worried about it, you have to make a surplus of money to go above and beyond whatever your needs are. So you can't do that if you're living hand to mouth every day. So the only way you can do that is you have to increase your value to the marketplace, okay? So you can create assets and things like that, but even that's going to require some type of education and skill set, because people don't pay for nothing. They pay for something, right? You're solving some problem, and that's what they reward you with, is their time and energy. We call it money. So when you see this picture that popped up, there's a guy kind of like stressing out, like he's reading a book or studying his notes. That's the cost of learning something difficult. And there's like someone kind of looks like they're wearing a suit jumping over these boulders. Well, overcoming difficult things, that's the pain. That's the price you're going to pay. So if you really think about it, it makes sense when you look at all the jobs that pay the most in our society. If it's a computer programmer, a brain surgeon, things like that, high-paid attorney, a lot of them had to study really difficult, boring material. And they had to understand it meticulously. And then they had to go to school and prove that they could do what they say and talk about. And then they had to work under someone for 5, 10, 20 years. And then they finally get the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom. And then we pay them for all the pain, all the painful nights that they had to study late until 2 in the morning and then pass the test and then implement it into their skill set, into their workplace. And you're paying for people. When you pay more for someone's time or service, it's usually because they had to sacrifice more pain to acquire whatever that skill set is. So if you think about Kobe Bryant, who passed away recently in a tragic accident with his daughter in the helicopter, we're not necessarily impressed that he could shoot a ball into a round circle metal piece of I don't know, material, right? Like, just it's not the fact that the ball went in the hole. Okay, that sounds so silly. What we're impressed about Kobe Bryant is the discipline it took for him to get up to that level, to be able to do it consistently and to encourage other people. And then on top of being famous and successful financially, he wasn't super rude. I mean, some people, of course, could disagree, but in general, most people agree he was a very caring person, and he used his fame in most situations for good, right? And tried to create like nonprofits and help with other charitable organizations and inspire people to ignore your pain, right? Like, instead of necessarily ignoring it, embrace it. And he wanted to be the best athlete he could be, and that's what he set out and achieved. So where I'm going with this is we admire all the pain that he was able to endure and become this like legend. So everything you want, it's going to hide behind pain. So get excited when you see pain. Don't worry about it. So think about this. It just popped up on the screen. It says discomfort is what separates winners from losers, the haves and the have-nots, the wishers and wanters from the getters and receivers. Now, of course, that's not correct grammar if you look at it, but I did it on purpose because I want you to think about this. I really believe that the secret to success, like when people go, I don't know what's going on, if I'm getting in my own way or whatever, is they secretly wish that they could get whatever they want without having the pain associated with that thing. And that's where this video can change your life. If you realize that everything you want, an amazing relationship, a healthy body, it all requires a sacrifice. And that sacrifice isn't simple, just, oh, you got to do these things. It's the sacrifice is you have to have, how much pain do you want to take on? The more money you want to have, the more pain you need to take on, because you're going to have to study difficult things. You're going to have to solve problems that are harder than other people's problems. Like, you're going to have to do things that are harder. That's what makes you valuable. So think about Thomas Edison. Whether or not he was a good person, it's really questionable if you actually like read the history books. He's kind of a shady guy. But there's something that was good about him, was his perseverance, all right? He could endure pain. He embraced pain. And if he didn't figure out how to get the light bulb, he would use that pain to keep going until he finally found the solution. So if you really think about it, why do we even talk about him even though he's been dead for a long time? Because he did something hard. He took us from a civilization, the whole entire planet, if you really think about it, we were like Stone Age creatures, burning whale fat for light at night and kerosene, and we were just burning trees. That's how we like had light. And then someone, had the vision and the mindset to think maybe we can use these little particles of light that are invisible to the naked eye and just shoot them through and then somehow turn that into a light electronically. That sounds like magic. That sounds unheard of to most people in the known world, right? Until someone did it. And then they found a way to make it work. And it was a difficult, painful process. The horses didn't like it when they first put the electricity underneath the streets because it would spark and sometimes hurt their legs and scare them. And there was a big push to get rid of the light bulb. A lot of people in the towns didn't like it. They saw this kind of menace, actually. And then you had to create these power generator stations and all this complicated things. Okay, but good thing they did, because that led to an incredible change on the earth, right? We needed that to happen so we could get the industrial revolution like get that kicked, and eventually lead to smartphones and the internet and all this luxury and comfort we have now. So anyway, here's the point, okay? Discomfort is what separates winners from losers, the haves and the have-nots. If you're losing in life, if you're not winning as much as you want to be, it could be different areas. You might be winning in financial, but you're losing in your relationships, and you can switch that, okay? Anything that you feel like you're not winning in, you have to ask, what pain am I hiding from? And stop hiding from it, okay? Stop hiding. If you want the thing, do what's uncomfortable, and just remember, okay, I have to accept this pain. So if you want to, be less fat, you're going to have to eat a little bit better. And accept the pain. We want to eat the extra cheeseburger, and instead you have the salad. And just say, this pain is how I get what I want, how I get that body. And just understand that. And if I don't choose the pain, I'm going to have the bigger pain of regret and just feeling guilty all the time for not being my best, not doing what I can do. So Do what you can and enjoy the idea that pain is the gatekeeper. Pain is what creates value. If everything was easy, having an amazing body and being really smart, it wouldn't be very much value to it. It's the fact that it's so hard, it's so difficult to stay healthy and stay eating the correct foods and managing our stress and going to the gym when we don't feel like it. That is why pain makes it valuable and makes you more valuable when you can do that, whatever those tasks are, repeatedly. So embrace pain. Time for the 10-second takeaway. This is a great way to end the video. It helps summarize the message, and it's built in a rhyme, so you can remember this and recall it later and apply it to your life. So comment below what topic you would like help with. If there's something that you need help with communication-wise or strategy or business or whatever the issue is, just put it down below and we'll see if we can tackle that and create a video with it. So subscribe. I got more content coming from you and coming for you, and I love interaction. So, all right. So 10-second takeaway. Here's the cool idea. My payment for an exceptional life is pain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. All right. So get that through your head. So my payment for an exceptional life is pain. That's how much we have to pay the cost. And the longer you try not to pay it, the longer your life, you're going to be on the losing side of things. So if you want to be on the winning side, accept the pain. All right. So my payment for an exceptional life is pain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. All right. So what do? We're positive, right? We just say, hey, pain is the gatekeeper. I got to give pain what it wants. I got to do the thing, and it's okay to feel the pain. It's not a bad thing. I can feel it, enjoy it, let it process through me. And if I don't like it, that's okay. I can let it go through me. So my payment for an exceptional life is pain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. So what do? We don't complain. We accept the pain for our gain. All right? So I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. So my payment for an exceptional life is pain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. Okay? So do that. All right? So when you're struggling and you think, oh, this is so hard, remember, if it's valuable and it's a good thing, the pain is good. And I'm not talking about pain, silly pain that has no benefit to it, but like eating healthy or exercising or choosing the right thing, the right pain, not something that's detrimental to you. Okay? So one more time, my payment for an exceptional life is pain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. Just a couple more times, just got to get it in your head. My payment for an exceptional life is pain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. What are you going to do, those three things? I don't complain, number 1. I accept the pain, number 2. And it's for my gain, number 3. So I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. I don't complain, but accept the pain for my gain. I don't complain, I accept the pain for my gain. All right, love you. See you next time.